Hola, hola, and welcome to Meet Someone Who. This is a special on site edition. We're here in Haltom City with my grandmother, Maria Santos. Maria. Today's episode is called Meet Someone Who was 13 years old when World War II ended. So, she is, how old are you, Grandma?
How old I am, Pat? 86? 88. Okay.
And you're about to be 89, correct?
Yes.
What's your birthday?
April 2nd, April 3rd, 1932.
Wow. I want to talk about your childhood and your past.
My best.
But I also want to talk about some historical things that you remember from your life. Like today's Martin Luther King Day. Do you remember him from your 30s?
A little bit.
A little
Not
bit.
too much.
Not too much.
Because before we don't talking about histories and all that.
You
I didn't
never,
go to school.
no school whatsoever.
No school.
Really? How did you learn to read and write and communicate?
Yes, myself. Whatever I know is that was only me.
So you're a self-made woman from,
Yes, yes.
and were you born in America or were you born in Mexico?
I was born in Mexico.
From where?
Ojuelos, Jalisco.
Okay. And when did you move to America?
I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Did you have school in Mexico?
No,
No school.
no school at all.
Did your brothers and sisters have school?
Yes,
And you were the only one with no school.
no school. I learned by myself whatever I know. I read a little bit English, read a little bit in Spanish, and raising my kids
And you're a mother of 5
at 5.
and a grandmother of, I think,
9,
9 or 10. 9? I think
9,
it's 9. And a great grandmother of about 5 now?
5, yes.
5. Wow. So you created this empire and you're self-taught and no help and no education. And do you wish you could go back and get that education, or do
Yes,
you like where you
yes,
are now?
yes. This, right now, I wish I can reborn again and go to school and learn a lot of stuff.
So we all know your life right now. You're a loving grandmother. Everybody comes to see you. Everybody takes you out to lunch and takes you to see mariachis and fun things like that. So we know your routine now. But when you were younger, when you were a little girl, what was life like for you?
That was kind of sad
How so?
because I don't have childhood. I don't have a friends. I don't see my mother around me. The second of the older sister
Yeah, not the oldest, but the second oldest.
raised me.
Okay.
All the memories I have is about her.
So you don't remember your mom very much.
No, I remember my mom because after we come back to the United States is when I start seeing her a lot, almost every day because she wasn't working like she used to work in the restaurant. She have a restaurant and she always there. And I know that she had to work to support us because my daddy left her or she took off to another city and there was things that I don't really remember.
What was life like in Mexico? Do you remember before you came to America?
All I remember is that I had my dad in another town and my sister take me sometimes to see him, but I was kind of scared to see him
Why?
because he was like a mayor, what they call
Mayor?
him? Mayor of the city, and he always have a gun on his side, and I don't want to get close to him.
So in Mexico, you moved to America. Was it important for you since you come from your mom and dad weren't together, correct?
Yes,
Was it important for you to have a husband that you stay with
Yes.
forever?
yes.
And you were able to do that with grandpa, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you meet grandpa?
When I knew your grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was 1959. April 1959. Uh, I met my, we wasn't not dating, no boyfriend, no related, nothing. We just know each other because we working in the same place. And this, I was, they said that I was real attracted. To me, I was just a little girl there. I didn't know nothing. And but your grandpa, he started talking to me. We smoke. We go outside, take a break, and we smoked cigarettes. At that time, there was all the girls, all the teenagers used to smoke cigarettes in the break time, and that's what I do. But I don't smoke no more. And we start talking a little bit, not too much, but you grandpa and now we always the your grandpa's mom is the one that wanted for we to dating and get married and all those things. Can I keep on going?
Keep going.
And but I left my boyfriend in Mexico. I met this guy that I was really in love with him. It was my boyfriend. It's why my mother sent me to text to Washington State because she doesn't want for me to marry him. It was my only hope is just go back to where I met where my boyfriend was and I said, but
So you're saying you had a boyfriend that your mom didn't like, so she sent you to Washington
she
State.
she she sent me to where my sister lived. My mother, she don't want for me to get marry him because he was real educated. We don't have no education. I don't have nothing. But he was an educated man and all that. But to us, that was not important. The education probably, he don't care. But when my mother write to my sister and telling the what happened, I start drinking a little bit because my boyfriend sometimes we go out and he wanted for me to drink a little drink but I never drink. I never drink because my mother she was kind of alcoholic and I don't want to be like her. That's why I don't want to touch the liquor. So my mother she wanted for me to go to Washington State with my older sisters and she said the day I left Reynosa, where my mama lived, is the day my boyfriend. What did they say? Serenata.
Serenading, sang you a song.
Yeah, serenaded and sing in my window, and that was real romantic and but it's all I remember about the last time we see each other. So I just went to Washington. I met your grandpa over there. Like I said, I found me this job and I was real popular in that store. I was real happy because they look like all the boys was interested in me, but I don't want nobody. I just want my boyfriend. But I don't know. It just when you're young, you don't think in the future or tomorrow. You just want to get whatever you want, and that was my hope. But when your grandpa asked me if I marry him, and I tell him no, I have my boyfriend. I have my engagement ring, and I'm not marry you. And he said, I'll buy you another the most expensive ring, and I want to marry you. And I said no. I said no. I I'll go back to my house. So it happened that night. He said, "My mama wanted for you to get out and come tell him bye because I'm supposed to go back to wherever I come from. And I said, okay. So I get out, and he
So
went
you
over
were in Washington right now,
Washington State.
and you wanted to go back to Mexico, but
Yes,
you met Grandpa.
yes,
Okay,
where
so
my boyfriend
what did he
lived.
say?
Yeah. And I get out, and he went to get a six pack because the only time he can talk is when he start drinking. I said, I'm ready to go home. And he said, okay, I'll walk you. I'll go with you. I'm going to take you. We're walking. And there was the top in the Avenue where we walking. And he take his jacket. He got a jacket from the high school, tech high school. And he took his jacket off and he put it on me. He got it from the high school and he never finished high school. He just lied to me. He said, no, go, stay with me. And I turned around and I said, okay.
That was it.
And I don't know what happened. Really, I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was my destiny. I don't know if there was something else. But when I go back to him, next day, everybody was ready for me to go get married. Get married. They buy me dresses and clothes and all that. His sister and his mom. What I was thinking, probably they already have a plan what they're gonna do, and I just got married. My ex-boyfriend, he used to send me letters, love letters, said that he's gonna come for me, and my mother, his mother, my mother-in-law, his mother, pick keep those letters, and they never showed me the letters to me. The only thing, one time, grandpa, he was kind of mad, and I said because his mother telling about what those letters say, that he's gonna come and get me, and this and that and all that. I I love him because he's the father of my kids, but we never dated. We not high school kids. We respect each other, but he was good man. But he was when he was drinking, he was put a bawling and he was hard time for me and my kids, and we had to run away from him because I want to protect my kids. I want to. We stay in the hotel. Was in the hotel. We stay in somebody else's house, but I always protect my kids.
My mom,
Your mom,
I saw
my five kids.
I saw a 7-Eleven lighter. It was at the house, and you said you really like 7-Eleven. You would take your kids to 7-Eleven while he was drunk at home, and they would be safe there because it was open till 11 o'clock
Yeah.
until he'd go to sleep.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's kind of sad. My life been too sad. It's what I think. I don't know. He died because he abused alcohol, medicine. He died too young. He went too fast. He abusing all the time. But right now, sometimes I miss him. But sometimes I'm happy because when the time goes, you're gonna have to get used to be by yourself, and I'm being by myself with my kids. But I love my kids. I'm real happy with my kids, my grandkids, and my great grandkids because that's my life. That's the life that I love.
I feel like you were owed that
Yeah.
life.
Yes, it's when I start living. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You're surrounded by love in your kids
Yeah.
and your grandkids, and I know everyone comes to see you all the time, and they love you, and
I know.
we want to spend as much time with you as possible. And I'm glad we're getting to hear your story because your story is important to how we're here. I mean, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah, it's true.
So tell me how you said you were about 7, 8, 9 when you moved to Washington when your mom sent you to Washington, right? 8 or 9 years old.
This guy, he working in Alamo. He went over there and asked my mother if she come to United States, and she said yes.
Did you know how important it was to get to the United States? Like,
No, well, I was real young.
yeah, so you didn't.
I was real young. I don't know where we're gonna go. We don't know. We didn't even know. We got in the train after he asked if he wanted to come to United States, and she said yes. And we got in the train. I don't have a shoes. My mother, she bought me no shoes. I don't know where she get it, but they can't even feed me. But we had to wear the shoes because we had to walk. We had to cross the river. We didn't even know that we were going to cross the river, but we was real excited. Me and my sister next to me, and when we crossed the river, we hollered, and my mom and me, we already over here in this side. And the guy, my stepdaddy, he told my mom, tell him to no scream, because it's that we're not supposed to make a noise. We're what are they calling the illegal? We passed the river to be in the United States, and but we don't know nothing about it. I mean, I was too young to know. They can even if they explained to me, probably that I didn't even know how to understand. It's pretty sad. I never have a childhood. I never remember having dolly. Never have a toys. I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture that when I was little. It's pretty sad. My life has been pretty sad. But right now I'm real happy because I have my family. Right now I forget everything. Everything is in the back of me.
Is that important that you
Yeah.
don't think about that stuff too much?
Don't think. Probably about 2 years ago, I remember my childhood, and I called Sylvia, my older daughter. I tell her I remember my childhood, and I start crying. I remember me barefooted. I don't know. I just start cry, but I remember a lot of things about in that time. And right now, I don't want to remember nothing. This is it.
This
That's
is
what
it.
it's why I wanted to tell Pat, your mom, to for her that I want to sit down and telling all
This is important so everybody can
my
hear it.
life. Uh-huh.
As soon as I
And
put this on the internet, everybody
yes,
can
yes,
hear
uh-huh.
it.
And because Pat is she's beautiful. She's the most beautiful girl. It's a lot of. It's not too many things that I remember because I'm older and I barely remember things that I want to remember, but it's hard to remember.
89 years is so long. It's so much time to
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
You
yeah.
said
That
you
was
just remembered some of your childhood. Well, do you feel like you repressed, you put that away your whole life to protect you?
yes. Right now, I don't know. I don't remember right now. Probably because I get emotional, or I don't know. But I have a lot of things in my mind that I want to tell you, Mom. Like for example, I want to explain this. I'm older than your grandpa. The me and your daddy, or or your grandpa, we didn't high school kids. We didn't high school. We don't met in the high school. We met when we older. We don't know how old he was. The only thing I know, when my mother sent me to Washington, all I know that she celebrated my 22 birthday. It's all I know. I don't know how old I was. I don't know what year I born. I don't know nothing. Because before, keep nothing like that. And
So are we just guessing how old you are, kind of?
yes.
With your birthday being 1932, that's kind of just
It's all, my birthday is, my birth certificate after after I see all that, the person is what they said, 1932, and it's when I start get this age and all that. But before we didn't even celebrate birthdays.
Really?
We don't celebrate birthdays. I remember Sylvia, you aunt. She one time she said we're gonna have a party and we're gonna celebrate your 50 years anniversary. And I said I'm 50 years. I didn't even know how old I was. But it's strange, the way my life was. But after I have all my kids and I start working, I make a lot of money, and I give me a lot of things to my kids. I was feeling the more important person in the whole world. That's the kind of the life I have. I was poor. I was the most ugly kid in the whole world, but I was feeling good and a good mother, and I enjoy my life to be mother of my kids. That's all.
Did you plan
To be
five
a
kids?
mother.
5 kids?
After I have my 5 kids, I wanted more. I wanted 12.
Wow.
12 kids.
What stopped you?
Eh?
What stopped you from having
Oh,
12?
because I cannot carry no more babies. For my health. They had to take my uterus out, and your grandpa, he wanted for me to have whatever the much as I want, but yeah, I cannot have it no more. I just have a 5. And another thing, what that made me real upset. I don't have a camera to take pictures to my kids like y'all do right now. You go with your telephone and take a picture every second, every minute. I don't have all that. But I was real happy with my kids. I was just wish that I can see myself with all my 5 kids close to me, following me. That
Like
you know that your
like a
grandpa.
duck?
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Like a
duck and
little
the little
duck.
baby ducks? Yeah.
But when I got to Washington, there was few guys that want to marry me. One, he owned a big ranch, and he want to marry me. He got over there to the store where I used to work, and he said, "I'll take you to honeymoon." We go to our honeymoon and to Acapulco and all that. And I said, I don't put attention to that. There was I have a lot of boys that
So you must
followed
not.
me.
You weren't ugly then.
No, I was pretty, real pretty.
Okay.
I was real attracted.
Okay.
My body, I was building real nice and all that. And my my boss man, he got in love with me. Asked me if I want to go out. He can leave the wife. The wife was working over there with us. But I just thinking I go back to my house and see my boyfriend, and I said, but you, grandpa, is the one got everything. That's it.
He
Yeah, I
said
don't know what they're
hello.
doing, but he really probably got one of this way.
Yeah.
God, that's my destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be here if he wasn't so persistent.
yeah.
If he didn't bother you so much, I wouldn't be here. So
No.
you
But
gotta appreciate.
he was a good guy. He was a good man. Uh, respect him. I was the most
Loyal.
like you, Mama. You know the way she is, real calm and real nice. That's the way I was. Me, it was before when I was young. I was taking everything. I was do whatever he said and all that. I love my grandkids. I love my great kids. I can give me my whole life just to reborn again and start all over again.
I've been thinking about how I want to have kids and how old I'm going to be when I want kids. And my main thought is I want them to meet you and I want to have them sooner than later.
Yes, you wanna
I
have it.
think I'm working on it right now.
I want it for you to don't think nothing negative. You just do and say I'm gonna have kids.
As
I
long
don't
as you have love, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was real happy with your grandpa. I was because he gave me 5 kids. and I was real happy. Like I said, he was pretty violent when he was drunk and all that, but to me, I forgot everything after I see my kids. I forget everything. After I see my 5 kids, they're saved. They saved and we saved after he was drunk and tried to hit us and all that. But you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be have a life probably like me, not like me, but you're gonna have family, and that's gonna happen pretty soon, pretty soon.
I think so too.
I don't know if it's gonna be, but it's the way I feel it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on it.
Yes.
So, Grandma, you talked about working to provide for your family. My mom, Patrice, says that you used to work at General Portland. What was that
Yeah.
like?
I was the second woman
And what
that
is
was
General
hired.
Portland?
That we do cement,
Cement working? Okay.
cement working, and
You said you were
we
the second woman there ever.
I was the second woman
Wow.
that was hired, because in the seventies is when they passed the law, the woman is
Equal work?
equal work.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was the second
And how
woman.
old were you? About 30 something?
Probably about 30 some. I was
So women couldn't work with men until you were 30?
we. It's when I got a steady life, yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't want to leave my kids with no babysitter, no nothing. I was always there for my kids. When they're not with me, they stay with their daddy when I was working. But the job that I have in Portland, it was a real hard job. It was a man's job.
So you mix.
I make a lot of money. I pay my house. You grandpa, he almost pay everything in cash, the house or whatever, and our house. That's our home. It's our home, and I'm real proud of that because I don't want to be here my kids and moving over here and moving over there. No, I just want to stay at a place where they can stay. Pero
And you love this house. You've been in this house for.
I love my house, and I want to leave it for my family. I want to, if, like I tell Nick, if anybody need a place to stay, you open the doors for them, and that's the way I've been.
You've always been that for our
Yeah,
family
yeah.
when we need you the most.
Yeah,
You always
Right.
open your doors. Doesn't matter if it's the rent house or your
Yeah.
room right next to yours. It's always open for anybody who needs it.
Anybody. But
So when at General Portland, you mix cement like rocks and you crush rocks.
we used
or-
to put I was the one that check the keel. The keel is the one that make the
Okay.
cement. And sometimes you have to watch the keel. You go in the basement. They have sometimes they build in big chunks, and you have to be poking with a stick, long stick, so they cannot get in trouble. Wherever they shoot in the big chunks.
Wow.
They have to be straight, so
Okay.
they don't get in one.
So it's really a hard
once.
labor job.
So I just.
Was it hard labor job?
Yes, and that's why I broke my thumb. I have it pin in here, my right hand, because the stick that I cannot move the big chunk because that was pretty heavy, and the stick just blew this way.
And it broke
my
your thumb. Wow.
Yeah, and I used to load in the rifle. Sometimes we shoot in the kill through the little window. We shoot in the kill, and this boss man, he loved for me to. I'm the one do all the time, because I load in the
The
the,
fast?
the rifle. I loaded, and he said, "You do real fast," and I like that. So I was real fast, fast, loading the rifle and punch, shoot, and I was loving to do that too.
So you enjoyed it a little bit. even though it was hard.
Yes. And when we used to go through the kiln to put new bricks and all that, we used to lock ourselves up because that's a pretty dangerous job. I used to be the finish room where you can just see the cement pass
Okay.
and the belt. But I don't like that job.
When did you quit, or when did you move on to do other things?
When they what?
How long were you at General Portland for?
I was 10, almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 10
And
years.
you made good money. You provided for your
Good
family.
money. Good money. I'm making more than your grandpa. More than your grandpa because, but you know, they close. They wanted for me to move to Dallas because I was pretty much know the job, but I didn't move it to Dallas. I just started babysitting kids. They find me and still grown a lot of kids.
And they still come and see you, right?
Yes, they still come and see me.
Yeah.
They still come see me.
Shouts out
But
to
I just love my kid, all the kids, Dr. Brown and Dr. Peck and Wesley. Wesley still, Christmas Eve, he came to see me. He always said, I'm the first one.
Yeah. So you kind of found family, even more family.
More family. I raised a lot of kids. I don't remember how many, but I raised a lot of kids.
So even though you said you didn't have an education, you had to work your whole life. Would you say that you knew how to be a housewife? You knew how to be a mom? That all came to you naturally?
Natural.
You just did it?
Just do it. Nobody
And
teaching
they're
me.
all healthy. Everybody's
Everybody
has a car.
Nobody
they're driving.
teach me how to be mom.
But
Yeah,
we're all here and we're all alive and
yeah. I don't have my mom to ask her this, what can I do with this? Or I never have nobody. My only person that was God and my husband,
Are you very religious? Are you Catholic still? Are you?
Catholic.
Yeah.
I love my religion. And like I tell you, Mom, I like to go to the church no matter what God is going to be. But right now, I can go with my son to the Christian Center or I can go to where she go. Because I used to go to St. Patrick's every Sunday. But after I can drive no more, not because I can, but yeah, you know the traffic and all that is pretty dangerous for me to drive. And they changed a lot of streets. So to me, that was pretty confused to drive myself to the church. It's why I go with your mom or with Nick. But all the churches they're talking about God, and it's the main thing.
So you just want to hear,
Yeah,
but
no.
okay.
It's all I had to do.
And do you pray a lot? I know you pray for me. You tell me you do.
The what?
I know you pray a lot.
Yeah.
Do you pray a lot for your kids?
Pray for
and
my. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles.
Do you believe in destiny, like fate?
Yes. And right now I pray for the main person. I pray right now is my granddaughter Jasmine and my grandson Sergio. That's the one that worried me too much. I wanted for them to be happy. I wanted for I can give him my whole life just to see my granddaughter and my grandson happy. But they're gonna be happy because God is there for us. He's got you and He take you wherever you wanna go, and He's gonna be behind you to the people asking for them to help Him. But yeah, tell me more. Ask me more.
I was just gonna say I love you so much, Grandma, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you being so open and honest with me. And been really, really nice to hear about your life and how you got here and why you stay here and why you choose to love as many people as you do. And we can all stand to learn a lot from you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for.
When I think of saint-like people, and your name, Mary Santos, literally translates to Saint Mary.
Yes.
When I think of a protector, when I think of someone who I know's looking over me and thinking about me all the time, I think about you.
Okay, mija. Talk to God and He's going to be there for you. Thinking about me too because I love you.
Is there anything else you want to say, Grandma? We're about to wrap in we're about 45 minutes in. So anything else you want to say? We can always, this is our first episode, so I'm going to come back and talk to you some more.
No, I think that, I don't know if I'll say anything, but I mean everything, but I'm pretty sure.
We'll come back and we'll talk some more.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Anything you want to tell all your grandkids, everybody that's going to listen to this? You want to say hi? Shout out to anybody? Shout out to new baby Opal?
I love my. Right now, have a pretty hard life. I didn't even know my granddaughter. I didn't even go give me a glass of water to my daughter that she got this sickness, and it's too hard for us. It's too hard for anybody. But my praise is gonna be to protect my family and protect the whole world, because right now they look like we have a problems for the whole world is in the same situation. But I love my kids, and I can go in peace when I see all my family happy.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, Grandma.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you, mija. I don't know if you don't understand what I said, but I hope.
That's good. No, that's very good. Everybody, thank you for listening, and hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever. Thank you so much for listening.